before, but I feel like if we were playing the game of life, I deserve a life card right now. You understand? You know what I mean? Yeah. Alright, so I wrote everything I need to say on my hand because I didn't want that classy piece of paper. So I worked at a bowling alley for the last 2 years of my life, and we recently just got alcohol, and as you all know, you need to be 18 to serve alcohol. So when hiring new employees, people would always ask, Maddie, how old are you? And I would say, as I'm pouring them a beer, I'm obviously 18. And then they would be like, oh, well, it's okay, your young face and everything, that'll come into play later in life, when you're 30 and everyone says you're 25. And how does that help me now? Not at all. So I was in New York a few weekends ago trying to get home. I live in Cape Cod. And I'm getting on the Greyhound bus, and there's this really sketchy Mexican guy. And he comes and he sits next to me. And, he's trying to talk to me. I can't really understand what he's saying because I don't speak Spanish. And then, finally he realizes this and changes to English. He asks me how old I am. Being quick thinking, I tell him 15, you pedophile. So, at Drew University, on weekends, I do enjoy sitting in the Tolly Brown Circle watching tremendous amounts of drunk people. How many people have actually done that? Exactly, right? It's probably more funny than actually if you were drunk with them. So I'm standing at the inconvenient convenience store because it would have been convenient for me to go to it. And this girl is standing there and she's staring at the door like it should open for her. And I'm just looking at her like, usually the handle works or your fancy fob or whatnot, then realizing it's a Friday, it's not going to be opened. So I go over to her and I'm like, do you need help with something? And she's like, why isn't the store open? And I'm like, well, it's not opened right now, besides the fact it was after midnight. She's like, well, it says that it's open Thursday through Sunday. And I was like, no, it says it's open Sunday through Thursday. She's the biggest idiot ever. So, another time hanging out in the Tolly Brown Circle, I was hanging out with this guy. We were having a good time, it's just him and I and whatnot. And so, he clearly wasn't picking up what I was putting down because I'm still single. And he gets a text. And it's this girl, and she's like, hey, let's go over and hang out in my room. And so he's like, hey, you want to go? And I was like, yeah, whatever. So we're going. And this girl is getting extremely drunk, which I know. And I'm like, okay, well, there are going to be some other people there, It's not really hard for me to fit in with any type of crowd. I'm kind of funny. So I get to her room, and, she's not there yet, and everyone's kind of, like, being awkward, and then everyone else starts getting cliquey, and, like, I'm being ignored even by the person who brought me. It's totally fine, though. I just sat on the bunk bed. It was great. And so the girl whose room we're in, she comes in. She's extremely drunk, and she's like, I'm whiny like drunk people do. One of her friends comes in and was like, oh, there's this guy and he's high and I don't know what to do and I really, really need your help. So the drunk girl is like, I don't understand. I just gotta get out of here. I don't know what to do. I just wanna fuck. Whiny people do that, or drunk people do that all the time. Other, important things that I've learned at Drew University. I'm in an Italian class, right? So I've never taken Italian for Italian 1. I can see some Italian friends back there. I see you, right? Yeah, he sits next to me, gets 100s. I don't cheat, I promise. So we're sitting on the first day of class, and she's coming up to us, and she's like yelling at us in Italian. I wish I could do an impression for you, but I don't speak Italian at all. So she's coming, and she says something to me, and I don't know. So the only thing I know how to say in Italian is sì, meaning yes. So I just keep going, sì, 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 and I soon realize, sì, 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 like the grade I'm going to get in your class. All right? So that's the end of my skit. That's what my hand says to do. Yep. All right. Thank you, everyone.